This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Now that is how you start the second half of the season. You shut out the other team and you have your best player break a scoreless tie in the bottom of the eighth with a 2-run double, and you win the game. Welcome back to baseball. The Rangers are back, and here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST. Your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you for coming back and watching Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast feed. That is where you will find the great work of Bryce Paterick every single day. And I know that I can say for myself and for Bryce, it is good to have baseball back. I missed you guys. It was nice having the break, but I did miss you guys, and I am glad to be back. And as I said, what a way, what a way to begin the second half. And here we go.
This is what you'll be talking about.
So we're trying to keep the show moving a little bit faster, so I'm jumping right into it, and then we're going to get to your comments coming up here in just a bit via the comment crew, the Rangers comment crew. We're going to do that coming up here in just a bit. But got to say, after 4 days off for the All-Star break following the big series win in Houston, the Rangers return to Globe Life. Start of a 9-game homestand, and again, what a way to kick it off, not only with 9 games, but to do so with the top team in baseball right now, and that would be the Detroit Tigers, at least record-wise. And unfortunately, the only negative was up until the bottom of the eighth. This one felt a lot like a first half game, right? And I don't know about you, but it was kind of pushing all those buttons again, like, oh no, here we go. Are we going back? Are we going back to that again? Was the end of the first half kind of a fluke? But hey, you know what? The Rangers were a little bit off. The Tigers were a little bit off. You look around baseball, not everybody, but I mean, who would think that, the worst team in the American League, the White Sox, would score 10 on their first game back? It just shows you, that's baseball, right? So anyway, felt like a first half game, but we had to let it play out. And man, what a job on the mound to give the Rangers a chance again for Patrick Corbin. You heard the note during the broadcast. The only starter that has made every turn so far this season for the Rangers, hasn't missed his spot. Just been remarkable. And to beat them the way that, he didn't beat them, but he pitched very well in a 2-1 loss in Detroit in May. To come back and do even better and shut them out this time around, very, very impressive to say the least. He was ahead pretty much all night long. 5 2/3, 2 hits, 3 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, went back and forth with Reese Olson. And then we were kind of waiting for the Rangers offense to kind of pick up where they left off. And like I said, it was like pushing those old first half buttons again. Bottom of the third, Kyle Higashioka, 1-out single, makes it to third base on that weird play with Javi Baez, who didn't tag him and then threw it away, allowing Jonah Heim to get the first base. And so you had runners in the corners with 1 out. Josh Smith flies to left. Corey Seager strikes out. You're thinking, okay, here we go again. Bottom of the 6th, Jonah Heim, a leadoff double to right, followed by a really nice bunt. I mean, just a little bit too hard by Josh Smith, or he would have beaten it out. And that was actually a remarkable flip by the Tigers reliever Holton. I really surprised actually that he was able to do that and get it there on time, but he did, and you give him credit. That was almost a perfect bunt. Love those running drag bunts for left-handed hitters. I wish we would see more of those, to be honest with you. So, but again, Heim moves to third. You get Heim at third with one out. And again, shades of the first half. Seager, another strikeout, and then Marcus Semien, a fly out to center. And you're thinking, okay, here we go. But then finally, in the bottom of the eighth, Kyle Higashioka, the one-out double to right to get it going. Jonah grounds out. Josh Smith, a really good job drawing that walk. You almost got the sense that he knew it would be better for him to get on and give Corey Seager one more chance because, as Dave said on the TV broadcast, I mean, the odds of Corey Seager not coming through 3 straight times, I mean, that just those are not good odds, and Corey proved him right. Just a great at bat. You could feel it, and with the game on the line,
time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Well, Seager with runners on the corners and 2 outs after 2 strikeouts. Seager was A-OK. The double to center, 2-run score. Seager extends his on-base streak to 19 straight games, and then Robert Garcia comes in to close it in the 9th. What a finish, what a win, and the Rangers are on their way, beginning the proverbial second half with a 2-0 shutout against the Detroit Tigers. And if that is not enough, the Rangers finally make it back to 500 at 49-49. The first time they have been there. I thought it was longer than this since mid-June. I thought it felt like it's been even longer, but they're back at 500. And again, can't say enough. After the big weekend last weekend in Houston to win the series the way that they did, to come out here without Nate Eovaldi, without Jacob deGrom, without even Rocker or Jack Leiter, with their technically, I guess you could say, their 5th starter, and that's no slight to Patrick Corbin, but to win and get the shutout the way that they did, can't say enough. Just a great win to get things going, and hopefully they'll keep it going. Big start for Kumar Rocker tomorrow, who was pitched really well at home, and then we got the showdown on Sunday night between Skubal and Nathan Eovaldi. All right, we're going to take our time out. When we come back, we are going to hear from you via the Rangers comment crew. A lot of you have already jumped in. Thank you for being with us on this Friday night. This is the Rangers POSTCAST. All right, well, you know what time of year it is, and we got to give it up to FanDuel and everything that they are doing right now, because summer sports are in full swing, and whether you're all about baseball under the lights, golf on the green, or even high-stakes soccer action, FanDuel is the best way to make every game even more exciting. You're already following the action. Why not make it a little more thrilling? With FanDuel, you can get in on a game while your friends are getting sunburned at the beach, like I did. Whether you're placing a same-game parlay or watching a bet ride into the 9th inning, FanDuel makes you feel like you are part of the action. So if you're new to FanDuel, new customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. It's that simple. So open the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com to get started. Okay, we are off and running. Welcome back to the Rangers postcast. The Rangers blank the Tigers 2-0. Alf is leading us off. Alf, viva la Seager. Yeah, missed you too, Alf, and hope you and Shirley are doing well. Welcome to the race, now Rangers fans. Peagle up. Yeah, absolutely. Great way to get us going, Alf. And I made the comment on Sunday. I'll say it again. I mean, you handle your business the way that the Rangers did last weekend in Houston. You come out tonight and you shut out the top team in baseball record-wise. If you're Chris Young in the front office, I don't see how you could, at the very least, not feel like you have to at least give this team a chance to run it out. I mean, I don't. There's no, like, I've read some things that, well, they're going to make a decision now here in 2 weeks if they're going to be buyers or sellers. I don't, barring a 10-game losing streak, I don't see how you can say they may sell. No, they have to be all in, right? Caleb Kimbrell, yeah, I meant to check on his numbers. We'll get into that tomorrow. I'm with you, Alf. Was not expecting Haggerty. Had no idea that was going on. That's tough. He has been a really big part of things, and I know he's also, look. You look at him. You look at Rowdy Tellez. With all due respect, I'm not saying that their careers are going to be over if they don't work out here, but I'll tell you what, they're not going to get. I don't know if they'll get a better opportunity than what they've got going on here with the Rangers. I mean, if you're Haggerty or Tellez and you're getting a chance here to step up and prove yourself, if I was in their shoes, I would feel like, man, this is it. I better, if I don't come through here, I'm in trouble. And so hopefully Sam will be back maybe next weekend, and he'll be able to pick up where he left off. Good evening, Shirley, to you as well. What a great game. I agree. And Alf mentions about El Bombi. Yeah, Tellez was, I agree. I was kind of hoping Tellez would, especially later in the game, especially with the soft reliever that he faced in his last at bat. I was hoping that he would really hit one hard. Maybe he was just, I don't know. I'm not going to make excuses. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Dave Myers was at the game. Great atmosphere. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be pretty busy, pretty full all weekend long. I think that's the way it should be. I think this team deserves support, and they could use the support here in the second half. They're going to have a lot of home games here right out of the gate to begin the second half, and hopefully the crowds will get into it and really give the team a boost. Paul Wilson, welcome back. Paul, looked like the first half offensive miscues all over again until Corey righted the ship. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, you're away from the game, you come back, you got to kind of get your body cranked up again, back into the groove, get that first game out of the way, go home tonight, sleep well. You got an early evening game tomorrow, Sunday night game. So hopefully they'll getting this one out of the way. Everybody will get the kind of first game back, rust off, and they'll be better tomorrow night. But yeah, I'm with you. Like I said, like, oh no, let's not do this again. Isaac Harlan, what's up, Isaac? Peagle up. I was away, so I missed most of the game. Only watched the last 2 pitches of the game, but so glad they got back to 500. Now they can get above tomorrow. We shall see. Yeah, I like Rocker at home, and I like the offense to get it going tomorrow night. James Eustace, the break felt like it was 2 weeks long. Glad they're back on the field and back to 500. Yeah, I think part of it with the break is, other than Jacob deGrom, there wasn't a lot of Ranger fanfare at the game itself. And then I think because of the standings and a lot of people have kind of written the Rangers off, I think it felt maybe a little bit longer. But again, the way that the Rangers ended the first half with that series win in Houston, just the way that they've played the last few weeks, that's good. Hey, let them stay under the radar. Let everybody, crown everybody else, and let the Rangers just continue to do their thing. But man, I was concerned that the lack of offense might eventually crack the pitching, but it didn't. To their credit, they held their ground, they stood their ground, and now you're seeing things go the other way. They're turning the other way, and not only is the offense coming around, but I think we're going to see the pitching get even stronger. And that, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but I mean, that could be scary if this team really starts to get on a roll. And that's what we're hoping for, right? BB was at the game. Crowd exploded when Seager hit the game-winning line drive. Good to finally see them win when I watched them in person. Good for you, man. I am so glad that you were there and got to be a part of that. Thank you for checking in. And yeah, that was so clutch. And Corey is just so good. He is such a great player. Love watching him play and swing the bat. Noah Day says, back to 500. Just take this as a reset and go on a run. This is a good team. They will find a way to win games. Amen. I agree. Mike says, great pitching as always. And as long as Corey is in there, we have the chance. Never mind, he could have had 3 RBIs prior. Yes. Keith is out fishing. Corbin with another great start. Can't wait for tomorrow and Sunday's games. Driving up from San Antonio. Good for you, man. Enjoy and check in if you can. Will, Corbin has been one of the MVPs of this team for me. He consistently gives quality starts, and this is an absolute workhorse, which saves the pen, no doubt. And look, you see what a difference when this bullpen is not overworked and pitching on fumes like they were at the end of the road trip. Puts everything in place, and I agree with you. Alf says, glad the Rangers gave Eovaldi his all-star bonus anyway. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a first-class move in case you didn't hear it. The Rangers gave Nathan Eovaldi, most players have all-star bonus clauses in their contract, and Nathan has one in his, and the Rangers paid him that even though he wasn't named to the team, because they know, like we know, he should have been named to the team. So I'll tell you what, not only is that great for Nate, he deserves it, and great move by the front office and the organization, but also you treat players like that and you handle yourself with class like that, that gets around. And, you're, let's say you're a free agent that gets DFA'd or released, and you have a chance to sign with, a number of different teams. Players are going to hear, hey, go with the Rangers because they are a first-class organization. So really, really good move there. Keith said, I was hoping to see DeGrom. Yeah, but I get it. They're trying to shift it, and I guarantee you this was more not only about this weekend, but they map out the entire second half, and I guarantee you they did it with a great plan and a great reason, and they're giving him just a little bit more extra rest to try to keep him at this level for the stretch run and hopefully a postseason run for sure. Yeah, love what Alf and Keith are saying there. Rangers fan 101, is anyone else getting 2023 deja vu? The Rangers were a game before 500 pre-All-Star break. I like that. Good point. Rangers fan 101. And Prodigy says Rangers will have such a great second half given the last week. Looking good, Rangers, no doubt. Alf and Corey jumping in. Matthew says, my glorious king, Corey Seager. Yeah, he was just, that was such a huge hit. And man, just watching him, and just he makes so many great plays at short. All right, one more. James says, not a huge fan of the City Connect uniforms, but love the Peagle. Well said. All right, guys, that is going to do it for tonight. Thank you, though, for getting in. Great to be back. I really did miss you guys a lot. Glad we're rolling here now. Great way to begin the second half, and we will do it again tomorrow night following game 2. So hopefully you can join me then. Enjoy your day tomorrow. Enjoy this win tonight. The final score, the Rangers begin the second half with a 2-0 shutout of the top team in baseball right now, at least record-wise. The Detroit Tigers 2-0, the final. This has been the Rangers Postcast.